everybody, welcome! My name is Kurt, aka the Vitruvian Gamer, and I'm here with a new episode of All Aboard, a vlog where I talk about board games, about this channel, and about whatever I want to talk about, which is mostly board games, of course. So, without further ado, let's go and see what I have played. Well, let's first see what's new in the Vitruvian collection, which is not that much. There is one new game. I just got it yesterday. It's still in shrink, but I'm happy, very happy to have it. Clank! Exclamation mark. So you have to shout if you say the name Clank. It's a deck building adventure game, which is, well, it sounds pretty cool. Now, Clank is a deck building, as the title says, well, the subtitle here, in which you are just deck building, but you also have a board of this dungeon or these caves, and you want to go into those caves using your cards, and you want to go as deep as you can because the best treasure is in the deep part of the cave. But in the end, you have to get back soon enough to the surface before, well, the dragon or something slays you. I am not very sure, but you can die before you reach the top again. So you have to be, well, it's a push-your-luck mechanism. You have to be careful how far you go, but you want to go very far, of course. So this is new in the collection. It's a 2 to 4 player game, so maybe I can do a playthrough with Elisa, we'll see. But I'm very excited to have this game, very excited to try this out pretty soon. Now, that's the only new game I got, which is good enough because I have many games from Spiel, of course, to play, and, well, I did play a couple of them already. So let's go and see what I already played. Yesterday I played the one that is called Cat Town. Now, this is a kind of deduction game, set collection maybe, in which you are trying. Well, you have these locations with piles of cards. If you play a 4-player game, there are 12 cards at each location, and in your turn you can either go through a location by moving your cat meeple, and if you move over location, you can either draw a card, put it in your hand, and these cards have these special actions that they can do, or you can search the deck. You reveal the top card, and if it is well, an action card, it just gets removed, you don't get anything. But if it is an item, then you can put it in front of you. If it is a cat card, you can also put it in front of you and you score a point. Now, to score with the item cards, you need a set of 2 of the same cards. So you're trying by playing action cards, which allow you to look at the top or bottom cards of certain decks. You're trying to get those right cards in front of you. It was very hard to teach this game. Well, I did not read the rules before we played it, so we had to go while we were setting up the game, and it was pretty hard to explain how this works, to understand how this works. But halfway the game it started clicking, and actually it is deeper than it looks. So a pretty cool game. I hope I can play it more so I can find out every interesting thing about this one. What else did we play? Well, Elisa and I played our first game of Fields of Green by Artipia game. Wow, so this is the spiritual successor of Among the Stars. Very different team. The gameplay is apparently quite similar. You are trying to build a farm, and you do this by, with drafting cards, putting them in your big estate, and scoring points and doing actions depending on how the cards are laid out. Very, very cool game, very nice, and well, I liked it quite a bit. Well, what else did we play? Also, yesterday we played a 4-player game, our first game, well, our first game of this game, which is called a Fable game. I'm talking, of course, about Fable Fruits by Friedman Fries, published by Stronghold Games. Well, this system of Fable that they are talking about means that each time you end the game, next game will be a little bit different. The game evolves, and it actually is something like that. So during a game, the rules, so there you have some cards in the middle of the table, and you can go there with your meeple, and, well, these cards are called locations. They're piles of cards, small piles of cards, and when you go to a location, you can either try to buy the card with fruits you collected, or you can activate the action on the location. Now, if you score a card by paying the right cost, then well, you put it in front of you and you take this big pile of cards, you take the top card of it. If it is an animal that's a location that's already there, you just put it on top of it. But if it's a new one, then you get a new rule on the board, so you put it in a new stack. So each time you play or while playing, you have different cards that do different things, so you can activate other things, try to find new ways to get those important fruits to buy these fabled juices with. Very interesting game. I was a little bit afraid because after 504, which was really an experiment by Friedman Freeze, this also has the thing about being an experiment with the Fable thing, but this is actually just a really fine game. I really liked it. Fable Fruits. All right, let's see what else we played. Also yesterday, we tried to play many smaller games yesterday. We played Might. Might is a game in which you play this mouse and you want to reach the golden piece of cheese. But of course it is protected by a dragon because it's gold, of course. Now this is quite interesting because in your turn you can, well, you're going to try to advance on the track. Now each space has a number of dots on it, and that's an amount of numbers you have to collect. You have these cards with numbers on it, and you want to have enough number to go farther ahead on the track. Now this is very special. You're not going to use the cards. Well, let me show you a few of them. So you're not going to use these beautiful cards that are in your own hand. No. You are going to use the cards in your opponent's hands. So each player will have cards in their hand. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to pick a card randomly and you're going to turn it around. Now, this one would be very bad because this has a skull on it. So if you draw a skull from someone's hand, your turn is over. You will not move further on the track, but you might draw the big number 3. There we go, number 3, and you can move 3 dots farther. But you might want to go a little bit more because you need one more to go to the next one. So maybe you draw another card from his hand. It might be a 0, but you might be very unlucky and draw one of those bad cards. After your turn, you take all the cards you draw and your own cards in your hand, and you're going to divide them amongst other players, or you're going to keep them in your hand however you want. So you can have this little thing where you know what player has which card in their hand. Pretty cool. And of course the board, which is a small pop-up, is pretty cool as well, of course. So that was Might. We had a great time doing that. Very small, cute, beautiful, fun game. Now, next is probably the best game I've played last week. One I got at Essen as well, and I bought this because the reviews were so good. I wasn't sure because it's a heavier game, so I was doubting to get it. I did it in the end, and oh man, I'm so glad I bought this game. And we played it. We had a rough start. It was a lot to absorb first the rules, but after playing a while, it clicked, and wow. People, Terraforming Mars, again by Stronghold Game and by Freaks Games, this is a very good game. Wow. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to terraform Mars. You do this together, but this is a competitive game, so each player wants to score the most points, of course. And how do you do it? Well, you have this huge pile of cards, which is the heart of the game. Now you have a board which depicts Mars with all these spaces on it. And you are trying to get the oxygen high enough, the temperature high enough, and also to have enough oceans on Mars to, well, make it a place where we can live. Now, you're going to use these cards in very different ways to build cities, to get greeneries, maybe to get some more money to produce, because you have several things you want to produce. You have money, of course, you have titanium, you have steel, heat, energy. Oh man, so you have all these things that you want to have, plants and stuff like that. And each card also has a requisite to play. So some cards you can only play as soon as the temperature is high enough, or as soon as there is enough oxygen, or if there is not that much oxygen yet, you can only play it. So afterwards, you cannot play the cards anymore, which is pretty cool. So you have these cards in your hand, you're trying to find a great way to combine them, to play them, and it's pretty cool. Each turn, you get 1 or 2 actions. You can choose how many actions you take. As soon as you pass, you're out of the round. So you also always want to try to do one action, and maybe you can see what your opponents are doing to do other actions. But wow, this is pretty cool. Now, it is a heavy game, but Elise in the end won the game, so it is not that it is a terrible, difficult game. After a while, she also clicked and she started to beat me. Wow, but people, this is worth every hype it got. It is a really good game. So that's the games I've played this week. There are some more to go before I got to play every game I bought at Essen. Now, I did play one thing myself, but it was not last week, it was before Essen actually, but now I finally got it on YouTube, part 1 of my playthrough of the Grizzled and its expansion, the Grizzled at Your Orders, is online, so you can watch that pretty soon. There will be part 2, of course, or probably when this airs, it should be already online, part 2, because I'm already filming this on Monday, and I'll talk about that in the topic pretty soon. Now, first, I have another game that I played also yesterday. And why did I play this? Well, it's a prototype. As you can see, these are the cards I've been playing with. So the backs are just normal standard playing cards. This is a prototype. You can expect, well, you should expect from me a preview video for a Kickstarter of a game called Tamps, and this game uses all these colorful cards with the symbols on it. So those people, they are from Holland, the Netherlands, sorry, and they contacted me and I replied, and they asked me if I could do a video or something. So I did. I filmed it today before I did this, and I have to edit it, of course. And normally I think their plan was to do it Kickstarter starting from the 28th of October, which is pretty soon. So you might expect that, be able to expect this video online pretty soon on this channel as well, and on their Kickstarter. So go check that out. Now, let's go to the thanking of the welcoming of the new people here on the channel. There are some new subscribers. We are still growing, people. Wow, it's crazy. I always think like, now it's done. We are at our top, we are at our maximum of viewers, our subscribers, but we are still going strong. We are slowly getting through to 650 viewers. Remember, we just did a contest for 500 subscribers, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's welcome some new people here. I'll look at the laptop. We have Plato Solo, who has a decent channel as well. He has 862 subscribers. That's more than I do. No, it's okay, it's cool. And we have Ivo Ventura. Welcome to the channel. We have Fernando Martinez Alvite. Oh, I really love those names. Oh man. We have Martin Turcot. Welcome to the channel. Robert Deninis. Hi Robert, welcome. We have Mike Vinda of Mike Vinda. However, but you're still welcome here. Thanks for being here. We have Matthew Tulo. Hi Matthew, good to see you here. We have Adil Patel. Hi Adil Patel, great to see you here. We have Glenn Urbino or Urbino. Might be any of these two, but he is very welcome to be here. We have Michael or Michael Pettersson. That sounds Scandinavian. I love Scandinavia. And we have Rob Smigielski. Anyway, I will call you Rob if you don't mind. And we have one more, somewhere on my email is the name. We have Mikke Vinda. I already said Mikke Vinda. No, did I? Didn't I? I don't remember. Mikke Vinda. No, it's another name. So that's the name I did not mention yet. Welcome, Mikke Vinda. We did mention you. All right, so you're welcome twice, which is pretty cool. All right, folks, thanks again for joining this channel. This is awesome. Wow. I have dreams, of course. I don't have too much ambition with this channel. I want to keep it light, fun, and very personal, of course, but I still dream about many people joining us to be part of this great community. I am having a blast with all of you. Thank you for all the people who are commenting on the videos. Even if it's to say that my sound was terrible that episode because I forgot to push the button of my microphone. Well, you are right, that's stupid. But yeah. Now, the topic of this week I wanted to talk about is my filming schedule. Now, this thing here, this YouTube stuff here, takes a lot of my time. And as you know, I have a girlfriend, Elisa, and past months I have been spending a lot of time researching stuff, watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, reading blogs and stuff like that, and also filming, editing, doing all this answering stuff like that. Now I will keep doing this, of course, but I will change my schedule just because it started to weigh a little bit on our relationship. I spent a little bit too much time with this and a little bit too little with my girlfriend, so we lived together, but it was like I was here in the room always and she was watching television downstairs, which is not the best thing, of course. So we're trying to play more games together now, to spend more time together again. That means I have to change a little bit in my schedule. I will only film when she is not here. So now she went somewhere to buy some clothes. Oh man, that's not good for our wallet again, probably, but she is gone for now, so I can film this. Now it's Monday. Normally I'm at home on Tuesday, so this is a different thing. Normally I film all aboard on Tuesday, so it can go online on Wednesday. Now this time it has been filmed on Monday, so it might be that there are more subscribers here now when this airs, this video, which I did not welcome yet. So that's a thing you have to take into account. Also for playthroughs, if I film a playthrough, I might film several episodes at once, which of course means if there's a mistake in one episode, you can always comment about it, but I cannot rectify it in the next part because it's already been filmed. So I know I made quite some mistakes during my playthroughs. I try to correct them in the next one when I film the next part. This time, from now on, I will film more episodes in one shot, so there will be more mistakes that I cannot correct immediately. Of course, I will add notes on the video to address them, but well, if I make a big mistake, I'm sorry about that. So that's it. That's what I want to talk about. Nothing really to discuss with you. Of course, you can discuss the games I've played. Maybe you played one of those games and maybe you did like it. I already did another video on the channel, I think yesterday, in which I talk about the games that I did not buy at Essen. They were on my wish list or to check out list, and the games, those games in the end I did not buy, and I tell about the reason why. So go check out that video if you want, and maybe you can discuss the games that you didn't buy at Essen or at any other convention that you went to with high hopes for certain games, but they fell flat after you demoed them. Who knows? Anyway, that's it for now. I think this is a long episode, but well, sometimes they're long, sometimes they're short. That's a strange sentence. Anyway, let's stop with that. Thanks again for watching. Come to me. I'm on Twitter. I'm at Vitruvian Gamer. I'm also Vitruvian Gamer 21 on Instagram. I'm trying to use that one a little bit more as well. Or you can send me an email, vitruviangamer@gmail.com. Vitruvian is with VE there, not VI as it is in most of my channels. Alright folks, that's it. Feel free to comment below, feel free to give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, do so, and we'll welcome you next week. And I'll see you all in the future. Bye bye.